Chapter 8. Transformation of sentences. Sentences transformation refers to the process of converting a sentence from one form to another while retaining the original meaning. This technique is useful in writing, speaking, and grammar exercises, as it allows us to express the same idea in multiple ways. First, affirmative to negative. When we transform an affirmative sentence, a positive statement, into a negative sentence, we aim to convey the same idea without changing its meaning. Rule: to change an affirmative sentence to a negative one, we typically use words like not, never, or other negative expressions. The structure may change, but the overall meaning remains the same. For example, affirmative: she is always on time. Negative: she is never late. Both sentences means that she is punctual, but the negative version uses never instead of always. Second, negative to affirmative. In this transformation, a negative sentence is converted into an affirmative one, again without altering the meaning. Rule: to change a negative sentence to an affirmative, we remove the negative element and restate the idea in a positive manner. For example, negative: he did not fail the test. Affirmative: he passed the test. Third, interrogative to declarative. An interrogative sentence asks a question, while a declarative sentence makes a statement. In this transformation, we turn a question into a straightforward statement. Rule: to change an interrogative sentence to a declarative one, we rewrite the sentence as a statement, removing the question mark and adjusting the word order as needed. For example, interrogative: can you help me? Declarative: you can help me. Fourth, declarative to interrogative. This transformation is the reverse of the previous one. Here, we convert a declarative sentence into a question. Rule: to transform a declarative sentence into an interrogative one, we usually change the word order and add a question mark at the end. For example, declarative: you are coming to the party. Interrogative: are you coming to the party? The sentence now asks a question about the same event. Fifth, active voice to passive voice. In the active voice, the subject performs the action, while in the passive voice, the subject receives the action. This transformation changes the focus of the sentence without changing its meaning. Rule: to change from active to passive voice, the object of active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence. We use the auxiliary verb be along with the past participle of the main verb. For example, active: the teacher praised the student. Passive: the student was praised by the teacher. The focus shifts from the teacher who performed the action to the student who received the action. Sixth, passive voice to active voice. This transformation is the reverse of the previous one, where we convert a passive sentence into the active voice. Rule: to change a passive sentence into an active one, we make the agent, the order of the action, the subject, and place the verb in the active form. For example, passive: the book was written by her. Active: she wrote the book. Here, the focus returns to the person performing the action. Seventh, exclamatory to declarative. An exclamatory sentence expresses strong emotion or surprise, while a declarative sentence makes a simple statement. In this transformation, we tone down the exclamation to a more neutral declaration. Rule: To change an exclamatory sentence into a declarative one, we remove the exclamation and rephrase the sentence in a calmer, statement-like manner. For example, exclamatory, "How beautiful the painting is." Declarative, "The painting is beautiful." Here, the strong emotion is toned down, but the sentence still conveys admiration for the painting. 8th, direct speech to indirect speech. Direct speech involves quoting the exact words spoken by someone, while indirect speech reports what was said without using the exact words. Rule: to change from direct to indirect speech, we often change the pronouns, tense of the verb, and remove quotation marks. For example, direct, "He said, I'm going to the market." Indirect, "He said that he was going to the market." Here, the sentence is restructured, but the meaning remains the same, as we report what was said instead of quoting it directly. Following examples illustrate the different types of sentence transformation in a table form. Transformation type: affirmative to negative. Explanation: change a positive sentence into a negative without altering its meaning. Example: original, "She always smiles." Example: transformed, "She never frowns." Transformation type: negative to affirmative. Explanation: convert a negative sentence into a positive one, keeping the meaning unchanged. Example: original, "They did not miss the bus." Example: transformed, "They caught the bus." Transformation type: interrogative to declarative. Explanation: turn a question into a statement. Example: original, "Will he join us?" Example: transformed, "He will join us." Transformation type: declarative to interrogative. Explanation: change a statement into a question. Example: original, "She is reading a book." Example: transformed, "Is she reading a book?" Transformation type: active voice to passive voice. Explanation: transform an active voice sentence into passive voice, focusing on the object. Example: original, "The chef cooked the meal." Example: transformed, "The meal was cooked by the chef." Transformation type: passive voice to active voice. Explanation: convert a passive voice sentence into an active voice, focusing on the subject. Example: original, "The letter was sent by John." Example: transformed, "John sent the letter." Transformation type: exclamatory to declarative. Explanation: change an exclamatory sentence into a neutral declarative one. Example: original, "What an amazing view this is." Example: transformed, "This is an amazing view." Transformation type: direct speech to indirect speech. Explanation: transform direct speech into indirect speech, reporting what was said. Example: original, "She said, I will call you later." Explanation: transformed, "She said that she would call me later."